What's up, everybody? I will be hosting at IGN Live with all my pals over at IGN. We'll have first looks at brand new games, casts on hand for shows and movies like Borderlands. There'll be live tapings of IGN podcasts, meet and greets with fans, a DJ, and tons of giveaways. By now you're like, okay, Sid, yes, I'm in. Which good, because IGN also gave me some free tickets. All you have to do is use my code ROLLTHETHING, that's all one word, over at IGN.com/live. See you there.
Well, hello and welcome back. Now, if you're here for Sony's big summer state of play, you're just in time. It's starting in just a few minutes, which gives us just enough time to run down a few more games that could make an appearance. Now, y'all might remember a bunch of games were announced or shown off during Sony's summer presentation last year, and for a few of them, we haven't heard anything since, like Judas. Now, that's the upcoming first-person shooter from Ghost Story Games, Ken Levine's first game since BioShock Infinite Burial at the Sea. And that's expected sometime in March 2025. Damon, when you first saw this game, what did you think?
BioShock.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I mean, so yeah, Ken Levine left Irrational, right?
Yeah.
And to form this new studio after BioShock Infinite, which is 11 years ago now. And he was going to make, smaller in scope games, but now all this time has passed and he's back with a game that looks just like BioShock, which is fine. Not complaining at all. I love BioShock. It'll just be interesting to see how this turns out, especially considering that Take-Two also has, or 2K also has another BioShock that they're working on. So
let them fight.
We had a big preview of this in March of this year, I believe. So it might be
like 3 hours of it.
Yeah, it might be too soon for another look at Judas.
Mm-hmm. But Nick, what was your take on this when you first saw it?
Hey, look, I like BioShock. If Ken Levine's working on it, I'm going to check it out. I haven't had a chance to really dig into anything that's been shown since the initial trailer. I'm hoping it's a little more immersive simmy as opposed to what we got with BioShock, which kind of almost like skirts the edges of immersive sim, a la something like Prey or Dishonored. But I love the idea of them building out this handcrafted, meticulous world with its own history. And the thing that just draws me to an immersive sim in that is, you've already done 90% of the work. Just let me play around in that world a little bit more. But apart from that, all the abilities, powers, and the tech just seems fun. I like the blend of like the World War II M1 Garand with, spells and things like that. So yeah, it seems like a fun blend of genres, and I'm into anything that's like high concept sci-fi. And I suspect there will probably be some betrayal along the way.
There's gotta be, right?
Yes.
I mean, with a name like that, Judas, Jada.
Wait, what? Was that
You never know. You never know.
You gonna
I
betray us, Jada?
Just maybe. You never know. Hey,
Judas, Jada, I'm sorry.
it's there. It's there.
But Jada, what's your take on Judas?
If I could go back and replay one game with no memory of it, it would be the first BioShock. And it's just, there's so many strong elements to that game that I wish I could experience it again for the first time. If you out there haven't played it, for some strange reason, go play it. But yeah, I loved everything about the original BioShock. This one, like Damon says, one word answer, it's BioShock. It looks
100%.
great. I can't wait to dig more into this one. I really enjoyed a lot of the kind of nuances and stuff that Ryan got into with his previews of this one on site. But I want more.
Same. Like, I mean, it's a beautiful looking game. Like, I mean, when I first saw the trailer, like I was just lured. I was lured into this world. I don't know if it's because of BioShock, but I'm subconsciously I'm thinking it definitely is because of BioShock. Let's move on to the next game that was shown, which was Phantom Blade Zero. This is from Chinese studio S Game. It's an action RPG blending Chinese martial arts and steampunk. Two things that I enjoy separately that I've never seen together, and I'm all for it. That's expected sometime in 2024. Nick, what was your take on this when you first saw this?
Honestly, this is one of the games that I'm pretty much I think it is a known quantity in that it's been announced, but it's the game I'm most excited for because this looks like a reason to own a PlayStation 5. The second we saw that original trailer, it is one of those things that you will bring people into the room and say, would you look at how good this looks? This looks incredible. Now, my concern is that the gameplay doesn't look as good as what we've seen in the trailer. But based on a lot of stuff that I've worked on myself, It seems pretty promising. Like we've done a couple videos with S Game in particular, and the way they've just talked about the game's inspiration being like PlayStation 1, like inventive PS1 era games, that has me so excited because it looks like they are willing to get weird with Phantom Blade Zero in a way that is, yeah, your prestige third-person action game, but it looks like there's a lot more to it. And I really like the setting, as you said, the like kung fu,
martial arts, steampunk.
They've also thrown out the word wushu punk, which is a very or wuxia punk, which is a very like they've got a focus that and a vision that they are looking to fulfill. And honestly, I'm hyped. It looks great.
Has this been announced as a PS5 exclusive, console exclusive release?
Console exclusive.
I think what to piggyback off what you said, Nick, the thing I love most about it is how weird this game is. I think games are at their best when they're allowed to be as weird as possible, and like not being weird just for weird's sake, but like really figuring out that corner of how weird they want to be, and then just really owning it and diving
leaning into it.
There's a vision there.
Yes,
and they're gonna like fully commit to that vision.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, Damon, I don't know if you're on the same page as me, but I want to ask you this question. Looking at this, does it remind you of any other game that might have come out like in the last few months, perhaps?
Are we talking about something like a Rise of the Ronin or a Stellar Blade or something like that?
Well, maybe not Stellar Blade, but Rise of the Ronin, I would say. Even last year, what was it? What game came out? It was a samurai inspired, or not inspired, but yeah. It was in that particular genre.
It was published by EA. Something Hearts, not Atomic Heart.
Oh, are you talking about Wild Hearts?
Wild
Hearts with like with the giant beasts. That was like kind of more Monster Hunter like.
Yes.
Yeah, Wild Hearts.
I'm getting like this game kind of reminds me of a lot of other games that have already come out.
Black Myth Wukong.
Black Myth
Also. Wukong for sure. So I mean, it's within good company for sure. Now this next game I really want to talk about. I'm excited for this one. This next game, I think the power level for it is over 9,000. Of course, I'm talking about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. That's the fourth entry in the PS2 era Budokai series, which was called Sparking in Japan. Little known fact to us Americans here. Now, last entry was Tenkaichi Tag Team back in 2010, and with the Super Series introducing quite a lot of new characters. Should be interesting to see what it'll look like, what they'll look like in their sparking form. And honestly, I'm hoping that it'll win over a lot of the Dragon Ball FighterZ fan base, because this is obviously vastly different from its 2D counterpart. Nick, do you think we might see anything from this?
I don't think we're going to see anything from it from PlayStation, simply because they did have a presentation for Sparking Zero earlier today where they announced a ton of characters that are getting added. Like I think we would have to fact check this, but this might be one of the biggest rosters in a fighting game I think I've ever seen. And it's not just because there's 14 different versions of Goku and Vegeta, but like it is truly staggering to look at the character select screen and you're like, there's that many characters in Dragon Ball I didn't even realize. I don't think we're going to see anything, but I'm still excited nonetheless because, again, it is as visually striking as Dragon Ball FighterZ was. So I'm in.
This is one of those franchises that every time they release a new game, I'm not a big graphics person, but I'm more like art style, art direction. Art direction, thank you. And it seems like every time we get a new Dragon Ball game, it looks so much better. It's like, this looks like I'm watching the anime.
Yes.
Like every single time, and it looks better and closer every time. I'm like, how are they constantly pushing that bar? Yeah. And it's just amazing.
They managed to do it, and what's brilliant about this one is the fact that it kind of, if you've seen Dragon Ball Super Hero, which was done in that 3D animated style, cell shading style, it kind of looks like that. So I didn't see that presentation, Nick, but did they show off Orange Piccolo?
I don't believe so. No.
I don't think Orange Piccolo is going to make an appearance in this game, but I'm hoping.
We just saw a little taste. There he is, an unbreakable bond.
Piccolo will be in the game, but Orange Piccolo is huge.
You just want that Orange Piccolo.
I want him. I want to play as Shinron.
Dude, that'd be nuts.
Shinron?
Yes.
That'd be nuts.
I want to hit people with Dragon Balls. You know, but anyways, hopefully we'll see some more. I mean, I hope. I'm hoping that we see something today, but. You might be right. We might not, Nick, because of that presentation. Also, we did see last year Fair Games, which is from Haven Studios, founded by Jade Raymond, formerly of Ubisoft, working on titles like Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed. And kind of this kind of looks similar to some of those games. Like this is a competitive heist PvP experience for PS5 and PC, which was revealed last year. There's no release date just yet.
That's a tough field to get into because like we saw Hyenas come and go, a game that was canceled.
That was the game I was trying to think of.
A game as a service from EA, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but yeah, it was basically the same pitch right there, but kind of came and went. I don't even know if it made it out of alpha or beta. I do know people have played it, but it was canceled pretty quick. Also, they're competing with the finals right now, which is a very similar competitive game as a service.
And it's already also started to see a dip in its player base. So
I think like in the year 2024, it's never been harder to release a multiplayer game, let alone a game as a service multiplayer game that is going to keep people invested. Because honestly, I just don't know that you can make a multiplayer game anymore unless your name is Call of Duty or Fortnite.
Well, and that's why I think we're much more likely to see Concord.
Yes.
Because that's Sony's new PvP first-person shooter that they said is coming this year. So now is probably the time to actually show what this game is.
Absolutely, yeah. That's from Firewalk Studios. It's all we know is it's a space game.
Yeah. Well, and it's a first-person shooter, and has a really nicely rendered cheeseburger.
Yes.
Very
I'm having a hard time placing Concord, but Cheeseburger I'll keep an eye out for.
Well, that game looks awesome. Before we talk about that, well, we already talked about that. There's so much that was revealed last year. I also want to talk about Until Dawn, the remake. Now this is it's a PC and PS5 overhaul of Supermassive's 2015 PS4 exclusive. Now it'll feature a new third-person perspective for more immersion, is what they said in a recent interview. It's got enhanced and new locations. Also, the Until Dawn movie was announced, so this possibly is going to be released around that time as well. Now, do we think this remake will redefine the genre even more? Because it kind of, at the time, the whole branched story narrative type game, it kind of defined that. Do we think this is going to redefine it?
I think it kicked off a new wave of those with the Man of Medan series, the Quarry.
The Quarry.
There's a bunch of other ones, but I think this one kind of stood out. Just because it was first. I don't think it's going to have the same effect just because it's a remake and a lot of people have already played it. I think it's smart since they're doing a movie, right?
Yeah.
They said?
Synergy.
So getting the synergy out of it, I think it makes sense. But
Would this be the first remake of a game that features the likeness of well-known celebrities? And I wonder how they would handle that.
Potentially, yeah. Rami Malek, you got Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. We got to investigate that.
They could call them in for just new face scans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or they could recast them.
I don't think they
terrible.
can.
I mean,
That's not how remakes work, right?
They've done similar stuff with Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes,
Face
that's
off.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, we also got Lego Horizon. We're running short on time, which is good. It's exciting because but we also have Lego Horizon, which was announced.
That's nuts.
The whole Lego tall neck set was released in 2022. Sword of the Sea. There were quite a few.
Don't we also have a multiplayer game for Horizon in the works? Am I crazy?
It's in development, yeah.
And then they're also doing a remake of the original Horizon Zero Dawn.
There's a
which
lot
is
of
nuts.
Horizon stuff. I mean, it's sold so many copies of that. It's not surprising that Sony wants to capitalize on it while it's hot. I will say that the big one that chat wants to see, and it's a big one for our Beyond cast, Bloodborne. We want to see that Bloodborne, baby. Give us that Bloodborne.
It's all about Bloodborne.
Every time you say the word out loud, you delay it another 5 years.
Probably.
You can't do that.
Really?
I thought we had an agreement.
Is that how it works with Bloodborne?
I don't know. It feels like it.
I think it's just not enough people at home have their summoning circles set up.
We gotta ring that bell. Bring in some PvP people up in here.
Yeah. But as we get down to the wire, I'm gonna do round table. What are we most looking forward to seeing, Damon?
Oh, I get to go before Nick and say Ghost of Tsushima 2.
Ah, darn it!
Yeah, it's been 4 years.
Still his answer.
It's been 4 years since Ghost of Tsushima. Even if it's just a tease, just to let us know that it's coming soon. That's what I want most of all.
Yeah. What about you, Nick?
If I can't choose Ghost, I'm gonna say A Last of Us Part 3 tease. I think it's time.
I mean, also 4 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I'm going Monster Hunter Wilds, baby. I love me some Monster Hunter, and we got a sneak of it towards the end of last year. I need to see more.
Yeah. Speaking of monsters, I'm all about Silent Hill 2. I want to see some Silent Hill 2. We're actually getting an ignition
Transmission.
we're getting a catalytic converter we're getting the Silent Hill transmission. I believe it's going to be after the state of play, right?
That's
after
correct.
State of play.
Yep,
So hopefully we'll, if we're not going to see anything from Silent Hill 2 during this state of play, possibly we might see it during the transmission. So as you can see, the timer is set right there. We've got 22 seconds till the state of play kicks off, which is super duper exciting. But I'm going to toss things over right now. I want y'all to be sure to stick around though after our live post show, where we will break down everything that gets shown off, and we'll see you then.
Hi everyone, I'm Asad Kizilbash, Head of Product at PlayStation Studios and Head of PlayStation Productions. I'm here to welcome one of the newest members of the PlayStation Studios family, Firewalk. This team brings together some of the most talented developers in our industry, with an incredible pedigree in the online multiplayer space. We announced their first game, Concord, last year, and today they're revealing gameplay captured in-engine on PS5. But first, here's an extended vignette introducing some of the cool characters you'll find in the Concord Galaxy. Enjoy.
Oh, jukebox.
It wasn't the plan.
It was a spontaneous, creative decision made after years of careful research.
Being really old and almost dying a bunch doesn't count as research.
Almost dying is the best way to learn how not to die. Besides, it worked, didn't it?
How much longer for the upload?
A few more minutes. Hey, start time. Try it with hot sauce. You'll like it. Trust me.
No. Do not trust him.
Whoa. Where's this coming from?
It's coming from you back on the ship saying, trust me, we're professionals. We'll stick to the plan. We can do this. And then, that. That was not the plan.
Technically, it was a plan. It just wasn't the same plan that we started with.
If we don't leave with this blue button...
Amar, we will. We will.
I'll be waiting outside.
No one moves. We'll be taking this off your hands.
What? This?
Funny.
Slowed them down a little for you. Meet at the rendezvous point.
Wait, what? Where's the rendezvous? I didn't catch that.
Copy that, Bill.
Shield out! Well played. You are wounded.
Fine. He only got one of my legs.
How are those hands? How bad is it? You're still mad at me?
Lennox!
Got him.
One off. This is you.
Got it.
I am developing a taste for destruction. Goodbye.
This would be a very dishonorable way for us all to die.
Don't worry. Nobody's dying dishonorably. And also, we're bringing this back with us. Hey, Mark. What are you doing?
Getting us to the rendezvous point.
Perhaps we should have let go also.
One off. Do not dare.
Well, we were supposed to stick together.
If you let go, I swear I will be.
Oh, look, there they are. Hi.
What the? I am glad you avoided a dishonorable death.
Almost dying is the best way to learn how not to die. Or something.
I knew this was gonna work.
This wasn't the plan.
Well, it just wasn't the one we started with. All right, another satisfied customer. Goods delivered. I sent everyone their cut.
Ooh, yeah.
So do you, like, carry it around with you for emergency bland situations or whatever?
Hey, Mara. Don't joke about something like this.
Our next job is somewhere with less
We'll
scaffolding.
have no scaffolding. Zero scaffolding, I promise. We were apart for so long, I thought I'd never feel your fiery embrace again.
You sound ridiculous.
Concord is a 5v5 first-person shooter set in the vibrant sci-fi universe of the Concord Galaxy. In Concord, from the moment you log on, you are part of the crew of the North Star, a group of guns for hire known in our galaxy as free gunners. Free gunners are those lucky enough to be free to roam the stars. They take high-stake jobs on worlds across wild space, where they face other fiercely competitive free gunner crews. Here's the very first look at the gameplay of Concord.
Free gunning. It's hard work, but it's our work, and we don't take it for granted. Being a free gunner means, well, you're free.
Right on target. Yeah, you better run.
Free gunners have a shot at making something of themselves. A chance to be someone.
All right.
Need a second to fix myself up.
Why not?
And in the wilds, it's anyone's game. You won't survive on your own.
Target blinded.
Finally, to battle. Endless rage!
We risk our lives every day to do the job.
I'll clear the way. Time to show them the big guns. That's me.
This crew will go anywhere. Take any job. Face any enemy. We're the free gunner crew of the North Star. And together, we're going to make our mark on this galaxy.
The crew is gathering. Would you like to join us for game night?
With Concord, we leaned on the strengths and background of our team to make a tight, well-balanced FPS that feels great to play. We focused a ton of our attention and our tech on building a strong gameplay foundation of tight core movement, precise visceral shooting, and expressive abilities.
We ended up finding ourselves influenced a lot by fighting games and even strategy games in the interesting way that the asymmetry of their characters makes every fight, every matchup feel really different.
Leaning into the asymmetry of the characters, really pushing the possibility space of two different characters colliding. It's all about creating opportunities for improvisation. That's where we can get out of the way and let players find their own magic. We also have abilities that are meant to have impact beyond direct combat. Deployable gear that can persist throughout a full game, so whether that's multiple rounds of a mode or multiple respawns across a match. There are healing pads, bullet blocking domes, explosive traps, lane blocking walls, all kinds of ways to support your team or disrupt your enemies. Coordinated teams can set up and plan ahead, and depending on where and when it happens, players can shift the battlefield to their advantage.
We've got everything from mystics and medics to gunslingers and sparked robots. Every character brings their own unique personality, skills, and wide-ranging perspectives to the crew. Every week, when you log into Concord, you will be welcomed with a new cinematic vignette that will give you a chance to see our characters off the job. They will feature ongoing narrative arcs that grow the characters' stories and relationships and unpack the broader Concord galaxy.
Why are you kissing a tchotchke?
We're excited to share that we'll be hosting a pre-launch beta in July, followed by Concord's global launch on August 23rd, 2024.
You seem like a calm and reasonable person. Are you? A calm and reasonable person.
You don't really want war, do you, Kratos?
War is coming! The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok.
You will die, Kratos of Sparta.
Death can have me. When it earns me.
Odin's got tricks up his sleeve we haven't dared to consider.
We have guests! They're too fast! Look out!
Fate only binds you if you let it. Do what is necessary. Not because it is written.
Soldiers and officials alike oppress the people for personal gain, and the people must turn to thievery for food. Perhaps this is heaven's way of lamenting the state of the land. Men are powerless at the feet of the divine. But even so, someone must act.
Momo, I think I was dreaming.
It wasn't a dream. We were really transported to Mirrorland!
The path of a stylist is never easy. So, are you ready for it?
Ready!
We're ready.
Ready!
Is it you who pursues infinity? Or is infinity awaiting you?
Stars. Fields. I have seen the miracles you so claim. Until the towering shadows vanished into the mist.
I pray for their grace, but all that came were inferior shades. Why do we have to bear the consequences of such power?
Time. War. Mortality. These essences shall not fall into your treacherous hands. Wayward emissaries, grant us the forgotten miracles. Rain fire from above. This desolate land needs a sprinkle of madness.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
I thought I could be a hero and break the curse. But I was a fool. There is no hope here. And the gods that walk among us thirst for death.
Outsider! Your head is mine!
The poison in my veins begs me to kill.
I'll put you in the ground! The power of our god is immeasurable!
Thought I could be a hero. But heroes don't survive the Forsaken Lands. Only monsters do.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson. I'm back on State of Play to introduce more exciting titles coming to PlayStation, starting with a highly anticipated PvP shooter, playable soon on PS5.
destiny awaits. Stronger together. Hell unleashed! Who needs a power-up? Free fire zone.
Embrace the chaos.
Insignificant attacks. Healing power. I'm back, baby. 3, 2, 1, blast off! Time to toughen up. Gonna get sticky. Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Okay, let's see how mankind has conquered space.
Hello, friends and fans. I'm super excited to welcome all my pals back to the annual Blackwood Winter Getaway.
Oh, nice one.
You can't hide from me, Michael.
Oh, you're going down. Oh!
It means so much to me that we're all still here together.
Fight the break of dawn.
I feel like someone's watching us.
There's no one out there.
Let's make this one trip we will never forget.
Mike, Emily?
I was down there.
You were?
It was horrible.
I don't want to make hasty decisions that get everyone killed.
We should stay put right here until dawn.
Jessica!
You can't let me die!
Ogum was once a peaceful land, but each day descends further into madness. Famine and plague besiege us. The very earth is being poisoned. The Count's men, once our protectors, have turned on us. one to face this nightmare.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself!
But I need not do it alone.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. I was just...
It's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost. I'm looking for Silent Hill.
I think you should stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it?
Is it dangerous?
Maybe.
I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
I guess I don't really care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going either way.
No, you shouldn't be here. I'll be good, I promise. Tell him I'll be good, please. No, please.
Capcom announced this next game last December, offering just a glimpse of what's in store for their celebrated franchise. Today, I am so excited to share the first full gameplay trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds.
As soon as we find a good spot, we can get things set up and ready to go. And then we can get started.
This is gonna be great!
You bet.
I hope we find them soon.
Look!
Incredible. I've never heard of a Karatnoth herd this big before.
One of them's got big spikes on its back.
Now to lead it away from the pack. We'll make for the desert.
Right. The sandstorm! Now commencing the hunt by order of the guild.
selected you as a lead hunter for this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
What did you say your name was?
Be sure to visit PlayStation Blog for more on the games you just saw, as well as PlayStation.com for the latest on Days of Play. This global celebration runs through June 12th, with deals on PlayStation Store, great new content coming to PlayStation Plus, and much more.